Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we are going to be talking about the transfer saga of Neymar and FC Barcelona. And before we even start this video, I do want to clarify some things. Whatever theories I'm going to be having in this video, because I do have a few, keep in mind that this is not factual. This is just me speculating. None of this is true. I'm not trying to sell you guys dreams. It's just me speculating, because when I see some certain pieces of information, I like to add things up to maybe draw one conclusion, which is what I'm going to be doing in this video. But remember, whatever that theory and conclusion you guys get from me, it is not true. It might be true, but I just want to say that this is just speculation. And so first, let's start with the details of Neymar Jr. It says here that Neymar has once again been offered to Barcelona, but the coaches are not in favor. They don't doubt his quality, but they don't want to disturb the family atmosphere in the dressing room. As of now, it would be a great surprise if he does arrive. Now look, in every summer since like 2018, we have always been linked to Neymar. Many have always thought that maybe one day we could see Neymar return to Barcelona, because after what we saw back in 2019, it was clear that Neymar probably regretted his move. And now we sit here today, 5, 6, 7 years later, and we're still hearing that Neymar could return back to Barcelona. And so look, even though I know that Neymar has all the quality in the world to be starting in this Barcelona team, I just don't think that he'll be part of our squad in this upcoming season. It's just my opinion. Xavi Hernandez also said 2 months ago about this whole Neymar transfer, and this is what he said. What do I think about these rumors? It's a surprise, but he's not on the list. I love him very much. He's my friend, but he's not in the plans for the next season. So even Xavi himself has clarified that Neymar would never be in his plans. And so we know two things. Point number one, Neymar does have a desire to return back to Barcelona. And the second thing is that Barcelona do not want Neymar, and especially with Xavi Hernandez. Now, what could be that reason? And it's mainly because I believe Xavi Hernandez wants to have a group of players where they can all work together in a very good way. A group of players that are willing to learn, and not have not one player that wants to be bigger than the other. That is the last thing that Xavi wants. Pep Guardiola, when he was coaching Barcelona, there wasn't a single player that wanted to have the bigger name or wanted to be the face of this club. Everybody saw each other equally. No matter how many goals they scored or how many tackles they completed, they all again saw each other equally. And if you invite Neymar to this squad, obviously you're going to be getting the exact opposite. Neymar is a player that wants to have his name like in front of the stadium. Like if he had the possibility of doing this, he would probably call the Camp Nou Neymar Camp Nou or something like that. You guys know what I mean. Neymar is a character that isn't welcomed in Barcelona. Even Andre Curry, who is a very famous Brazilian agent and has worked very closely to Barcelona back then when Neymar was there, he said this: Neymar left Barcelona because after the 6-1 win over PSG, even though he played a major part in that victory, Messi made all the headlines. Neymar loves Messi so much that he didn't want to compete with him. And this is also confirming that Neymar wanted to move to a different club because he wanted to be the face of a certain club. Neymar knew that he could not do that at Barcelona because of Messi. And so let me ask you guys this: would you invite that type of character back into this club when you have growing players like Ansu, Abde, Ferran, Lamine Yamal, Gavi, Pedri, Alejandro Balde, Araujo? I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't want to do that or harm this competitive growing spirit within this squad. And so football has evolved. I think that if you have more unity in a team, the better you will get. It's not just about signing the biggest names in the world. If we deny the name of Neymar and we say no, it's not a big deal, we can use someone like Abde. Abde is someone who is willing to learn, give it his all for Xavi Hernandez, and to convince the people around the world. He is someone with a lot of energy and desire to win. And in the end, Abde is a better fit to the squad than Neymar is to this squad. And it says here, according to Relevo, that Abde is going to stay at Barcelona. After the US tour, there was a meeting between parties, and Barcelona reiterated the idea of him staying there. The club has rejected two very important offers, and that is showing us that Xavi Hernandez is convinced by Abde. Abde is willing to learn from Xavi, and so there's total consensus. I think that Abde can become a great player and maybe become one of the best in the world in his position. If there was one coach that can do that, it is Xavi Hernandez. But this is where my speculations do come in, right? And again, I want to continue to say this because I really don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to sell dreams out here and try to like lie to you guys. This is just purely speculation. Before this news of Neymar did come out, we have also heard that the operation of Dembele to PSG has fully stopped. And I'm like, what's going on? Doesn't Barcelona want to sell this player immediately to gain the funds and to increase the salary space? And it says here, according to Sport, that PSG are still waiting for all the documentation to arrive to Dembele's transfer, but everything is stopped. Barcelona could even ask him to come back to training on Monday, and if it stays unresolved, he could even be available for the upcoming match against Tottenham. Tottenham. And so first of all, right, it's wild to think that Dembele could be available because I feel like Dembele has already caused a lot of damage between him and the coach and him and all of the other teammates and the players and the fans. It just wouldn't be good because we all know the intentions of Dembele. But going back to my theory, right, what if this operation of Dembele is being stopped because maybe the owner of PSG wants to see if there is a possibility of swapping Dembele and Neymar? Like, really think about that. Maybe there is a economical idea coming from Matteo Aleman, from Rafa Yuste, from the president of PSG, saying that yes, there could be a possibility that we could do a swap deal where Barcelona does not have to give so much in the front end in terms of funds. And also with the value of Dembele, it could decrease the total investment package for Neymar Jr. And maybe Barcelona could be interested, because why else would Dembele's operation be stopped? Barcelona do need to sign players and he is a very important exit. And especially with the owner of PSG also himself stopping this whole operation, I'm thinking like, why would you want to stop this? Why would you not want to bring Dembele as soon as possible? Or could we possibly see PSG throw a pitch of swapping Dembele and Kylian Mbappe? It's just something crazy, right? It's just my theory, is my speculation, because with this Neymar news coming in and also with the Dembele's operation being fully stopped, it makes me wonder. I could be completely wrong. There's probably nothing between Dembele and Neymar. There's probably no correlation at all, but it's just my speculation. And let me tell you guys, if we hear that this whole time we see Barcelona secretly working on Neymar and that Dembele's exit is part of the equation, it would be something crazy to hear. It would be crazy, because now I would be thinking, okay, if we're going to be letting go of Dembele to bring in Neymar, that would also cross out the idea of bringing Bernardo Silva, because I would have never thought about signing both players. It just looks impossible. I just think that it's going to have to be one out of those two. If Neymar comes, Bernardo Silva would not come. If Bernardo Silva comes, Neymar would definitely not come. Because if Neymar arrives, now you have three options in each wing. You will have Neymar, Abde, and Ansu on the left, with Rafinha, Ferran Torres, and Lamine Yamal on the right, and then having two other choices as in the striker position with Lewandowski and Vitor. Now you're fully stacked. Now you're full with a bunch of options. And we also never know if Xavi changed his mind. What if he said, I spoke to Neymar, Neymar seems good to me, I see him very focused, I see him very determined to succeed, and I want to welcome him back at Barcelona. And so who knows? I have no idea what could happen in the next 5 to 6 weeks of this transfer window. So that is going to be my theory. That is also going to be the latest regarding Neymar and Dembele, and also with Abde. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.